So, Israel's government is meeting now to vote on whether or not to accept the Gaza ceasefire plan.
Is this a vote by the whole Knesset?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. So, man, what if they said no? I don't think Trump gave them any real, I don't think he gave them any wiggle room. But they could. I mean, it's absolutely within reason to think, no, they're not going to. Because they're inside of the Likud party, that's Bibi's party. And as I've said, he's the most liberal of the bunch. They don't like the plan because they want it all. They want the West Bank. They want everything. And Trump came out and said, yeah, you're not getting the West Bank. You're getting none of that. All right? You're getting none of it, and you're going to like it.
Likud doesn't have an outright majority, though. They have a coalition, correct?
No, yeah, it's very much. In fact, I don't think Bibi has ever gotten more than 30% of the vote. That's how, because they have 13 parties or something ridiculous like that.
So he has to convince his own party, then he's got to convince his partners in the other parties to go along with it, too. So this is not a guaranteed done deal until it is.
Exactly. Yeah. This is phase one, phase two. There's phases here. But the problem would be, how could Bibi go to the country that's already over him? They want him gone. But how could he go to them and say, yeah, we decided not to get the hostages back because we didn't get one thing we wanted or two things we wanted? He couldn't.
Says right now the full cabinet is voting now on the ceasefire deal.
Okay.
But I don't think that's not everybody.
That's not everybody. But I think once it gets, because the other parts of the Knesset are a little bit more centrist and not as hardliner. His party is very hardline. And like I said, Bibi's the most liberal of the bunch. Just think about that for a second. He's the most liberal. And he's got a lot of explaining to do after the war.
Yeah, there was some pushback from the far-right ministers.
Yeah, you've got two of them, Ben-Gvir, and you've got Smodrich. Smodrich, their finance minister. Smodrich, by the one, is the one who comes and says we should kill them all and stuff like that. And he holds up, he held up a map a few weeks ago that had parts of Syria, parts of Egypt, parts of Jordan, parts of Lebanon, and the West Bank, and said this is what we're doing. So, yeah, he's a no for sure.
Yeah, but he does not want to release any Palestinians.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't want to release, and he also doesn't want to stop fighting. But guess what? This is is that movie I always go back to, Argo. Is this the best bad idea you have? Yes, this is the best bad idea we have. This is it. I think Trump gave them if you guys don't, this is as far as we go with you. And they don't have any. Here's the thing about Israel. Israel has nothing. Economically, yeah, they've got some tech stuff, but they depend on us for so much. And if we decide we're not getting involved anymore, what would that look like? And Trump has been the most Israel-friendly president ever. But
go ahead.
He recognizes there's no win in at this point in time. It's not going to get better.
It's 10 o'clock there right now.
Yeah.
10 o'clock at night.
Could you imagine
they were supposed to vote at 6 their time.
Yeah, they're battling it out. And he's got to, and that's the thing too. These guys, Gvir and Modric and all these guys, Bibi's got to sell them. And the selling is Trump's not giving us a choice. He's not. And we're going to lose we have a chance of losing America's support in a way that we never thought we would. And he's not going to sit here and do this forever. And their people aren't happy. You can look at the numbers. You could say, well, we don't care. Well, then where are you going to get your weapons? Because, Smodrich has already said, well, what about, why don't we go talk to China? If that's what you want to do, knock yourself out.
Yeah, so the cabinet has not even finished voting yet.
No. Yeah.
So after the cabinet, then it's the government vote.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what, but I think the government vote is more of a formality because I think they're more focused on, they want their hostages back.
Yeah.
They've been very upset. The people in the streets have been very upset over the fact that since January, they really haven't tried. And their goal was what? Originally, well, we're going to starve them to death. And they've continued through that. They've destroyed everything. They've lost, Europe's not selling them weapons, and they've lost all the support everywhere. The tide turned here in a major way. And you've got a lot of, not just Democrats, you've got a lot of Republicans who are like, yeah, I don't want my name attached to what's going on over there. And I don't want to be given any more money if this is what it's going to be. This isn't about rebuilding. You're ready to, destroy. And you want to do it with us driving everything for you. But they could come back. I guess. But how do you do that? Hey, no, we decided not to do it. Because if they say no to this, then you're not interested. You're not.
I got a feeling Trump would not like that.
No.
And he possibly very well would say, okay, you're not getting any more weapons.
Yeah.
Remember when he said they don't know what the hell they're doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They don't.
Because, he's it seems he wants this thing done.
Yes. Because he reads a room so well in politics, which most of them don't do. And the room is America, and America's tide has turned. A vast majority of America no longer want to supply money and military to Israel. More people now support Palestine than Israel. He sees that. He understands that because he knows he's got to win elections too. And America First shouldn't be traipsing all over the place and helping Bibi do whatever the hell he wants to do. And he's the one who said, I'm a sledgehammer in this. Good. Go sledgehammer it. Tell him to do it. But I don't think he would be happy about this. Because I think he would be like, you guys, I did all this. I even got Kushner to come out of retirement. That's the funny thing. Remember how they said they wanted nothing to do with politics ever again? And he's back over there with Witkoff and them. And the other thing is, too, Qatar. We've got our men and women there. We've got a lot of expats there. And the whole thing with when they bombed Qatar, when they did, the anger that Trump had for that was real. It was very real. Like, dude, they're our ally. We have troops in their country. And you did what? Yeah. So I think he'd be very upset.
Well, you've already got, President Trump is already talking about how they're going to rebuild. They're going to rebuild Gaza. And he's talking about phase 2. So, he's, this is a man talking like this deal better be done.
Yes. It's not a suggestion.
Right.
It's not. That's the big thing.
He's not going to like, if they don't sign this, he's not going to like it now because now he's going to have to go back after he's saying these things.
Yes. Yes. And saying he's going to go there and
right.
And not only that, but think about this. You've now brought a coalition of people in. You brought, Qatar back into it. You've got, I think, Jordan's there. Egypt's been there. Saudi Arabia's talking about taking some sort of lead in this. You're bringing a coalition. And if you were to say, we're not doing this, first of all, you got to go explain that to your people that you've decided not to get the hostages back. And I don't know how that's going to work. And the other side is then you got to come to Trump and say, what, we need more billions of dollars in weapons because we're not finished? That isn't going to work. So Smodrich and them can throw a fit, but I do think Trump, he's a salesman. And it's in the art of the deal, you have to know when to say, we're done. I'm walking away from this deal. And you're right. After pumping it up and talking about it, ooh, how would you spin that? I don't think you could.
He'd be really angry.
As he should be. And by the way, their country, if you didn't see them today and even a little while ago, they were out celebrating and partying because they also want this thing over with. They're tired. They're exhausted. And so, yeah, I think there would be a lot of people angry. So we'll find out what it's like. But the fact that it's still going shows you that there is, inside of the cabinet, several that are very hardline Zionists that do not want this to stop. Somebody sent something earlier. Said, check out the Greater Israel Project. Go check that out. They have a design for all kinds of stuff. And I don't want to be a party to that. Sorry. And when you've got Trump, who has been as great of an ally as he has been, if you didn't take this opportunity to get your hostages back and to start towards peace, man, it's going to be a tough.
If that happened, he would publicly hammer Bibi and just not stop.
Yeah, absolutely. He would. Look what he says about the pooter, right? Over a guy that has nuclear weapons. So he would hammer Bibi. See, he would come out. They're not serious. We tried. We did everything. They're not serious. They're not. They're going to have to do it on their own now. Oh. And I bet you they're thinking, you know what? Let's call his bluff. Let's call Trump's bluff. Let's call his bluff and see if he's really willing to say no to us. And I think because he's done what he's done, I think he's proved he's willing to say no. As he should. We should all be saying no. I mean, we talk about all this debt we're in, and we don't even have a bill passed. We can't even fund the government. We shouldn't even think about giving any more money. We've done more than enough at this point in time. Absolutely. All right, coming up. National Guard troops now deployed in Chicago. Whoa. What are you guys seeing? Nothing. All right, cool. News at 11.
That's not nothing, man. They're having a rave.
No, that was Portland. Portland's always having a rave.
So Portland knows how to party, but Chicago doesn't?
It's a little, yeah. Portland, they keep it kind of weird. You know what I mean? But Chicago, we'll see what it looks like. So, and they're having, speaking of hearings, they had a hearing earlier with Portland and about whether or not the National Guard should be deployed. Still haven't heard about that. And Chicago, there's a hearing going on right now. So we'll see what happens. Lots of stuff going on. And the government's closed. Think about that. Government's closed and still chaos going on. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk, 99.7. How American is that? We're closed. Nobody's getting paid. By the way, here's your new tax stuff.
And if you don't pay us, you're in big trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can take our time, but you can't.
You know what would be funny? We should say, we should write them and say, we've decided to furlough you.
Yeah, we're shut down.
Yeah. Our wallets are shut down. That is just, the hubris in that is tremendous. That is crazy. Here's the new tax schedule right here. Just in case you guys wanted to know about the new tax schedule. Well, I appreciate that, but...
How about I just pretend it's zero?
Well, we'll come take your house and...
yeah, that's okay.
And your cars.
Yeah.
And your kids, too.
Put you in a cage, and if you fight us while we're trying to do it, we'll shoot you.
And it won't cost us a dime.
Nope. We're unlimited in our money because we can, A, print it, and B, we'll just take it from you. Still trying to figure out... So the National Guard is in an area in Chicago that has an ice facility. Not quite sure what's going on still in Portland. And, so much of this is theatrics, by the way. Could we be honest with ourselves? Have you seen the crazy crowd in Portland? Bill, you saw the crazy. What'd you think of them?
I thought it was amazing. I mean, that's the kind of party I need to be at.
That was my favorite cha-cha slide yet.
Looks like an episode of Portlandia.
It does, right?
It was almost like Mardi Gras mini.
Yeah. It's like an episode of Portlandia. You were so right on.
I love that shit.
Guy standing there with a chicken suit.
Well, and he had his protest sign, too.
He did.
Oh.
And it's so funny because you had Kristi Noem, she's up top, and she's looking down on him, and she's like, and you can hear the guy go, yeah, that's about as many people that show up all the time. There's like 20 people there. It's out of control. It's not out of control. It's not. We don't need the military fighting crime or any of these places. We just don't. There's no reason to deploy the National Guard. It's ridiculous. And the Portlandia thing, I remember that show. They still do that every once. I don't know.
They're running in syndication.
Okay. If you guys know nothing about Portlandia, you go watch it. It tells you a lot about Portland. It tells you
it is dead on, man.
It does. It is spot on. The weirdos, the wackadoos.
Kyle MacLachlan plays the mayor.
Yeah.
And he's always sitting, whenever they're in his office, he's always sitting on one of those big rubber balls.
Yes. Yeah. Well, because they're all hippie weirdos.
And there's a bicycle parked right there by his.
That's so funny. Oh, man. When I was a kid, I went to Portland. I thought how cool it was. And then I went back to Portland a few years ago, and I thought, what the hell happened? What did you guys do? You used to be fun and hippie-ish. And the sad thing is, on the opposite side of it, it's expensive as hell to live there.
Yes.
I followed this. Bell and I always say, Bell, check this out. I watched, there's a thing called Salary Doctor that I follow. I don't know if you ever follow him. Ken, you should. He's interesting. He talks about in 60 seconds, okay, like here's an anesthesiologist, 2 years out of school.
Yeah.
His work-life balance, and then he tells you how much money he makes. And through there, I found this nurse who's in Portland. She breaks down how much money she makes every month and where all the bills go and how expensive it is to live there. And she showed her house. It's like 3.5 bedrooms, 1 bath, and it costs $900,000.
Good grief.
1 bathroom. She goes, I have 3 teenage daughters.
Oh.
Yeah. She goes, I have to get ready like a teenager in front of a mirror on the floor in my room. Just nuts. And Portlandia, man, that's weird. It's weird. It's such a weird place. You know what else is weird? Austin.
Yeah.
Austin's slogan is keep it weird.
Yeah.
But then everybody that was tech moved there and the weird kind of went away. Because you know where you don't have trouble? Google doesn't have homeless issues.
No.
It got announced today that California is now #1 in unemployment and homelessness.
See? Where are you going to, huh?
Fourth largest economy, though.
We're #1.
You got that going for you. Wow. #1 in the homeless and unemployment.
I keep looking through Newsom's Twitter feed to see him and his announcement on it, and I've yet to catch it.
Well, that's because he's too busy trying to redistrict.
Oh.
Very busy trying to redistrict. Very busy taking on Greg Abbott.
He apparently got into trouble the other day, too, because he told a bill to give firefighters raises.
Just every day it's something. He is just, and he wants to be president. He does. So does the guy in Chicago or Illinois, Pritzker.
He's losing weight.
Well, of course, probably on the shot. Got the Ozempic going.
He's probably in a really bad mood because he's hangry every night.
Yeah. Well, and fighting with Trump. What did Trump say? Which is a daily thing. But you know what, though? Trump likes it. Trump likes this, and it helps Pritzker, too, because it's raised his national...
Sure.
His profile
in a major way. Major way. Coming up, a lot of good stuff. There's a ton of stuff I didn't have a chance to get to. We'll talk a little bit more about the National Guard. Got some more stuff on Israel. We're checking to see if they're going to vote anytime soon. Who knows what else we'll talk about? Oh, and Katie Porter. We're going to play some of that. If you don't know who she is, she wants to be governor of California. And with her temperament and looks, no. is the answer I think everybody's going to say. Chad Benson, Joe, Super Talk 98.7. Portlandia is real. Several of you have chimed in about it. And the Voodoo Donuts. I forgot about Voodoo Donuts.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It's one of the most famous donut shops where you go, and it's the kind of donuts where they've got regular donuts, and then they've got like the off-the-wall, super awesome donuts.
What makes them different?
Like being, 8 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh, seriously? Oh, so it's almost
like that.
It's like buying a donut cake that's huge.
Oh, it's incredible. So let's take a look at Voodoo Donuts and why we need one here. Although I love Shipley's. Shipley's just letting you guys. The magic is in the hole. That's their thing. Voodoo Donuts. Pumpkin spice latte and pumpkin buttermilk bar. They've got everything. Yeah, they got wedding cakes. You can get a wedding cake. You can get a donut wedding cake, which is phenomenal. Oh, goodness me. Custom, you can do anything, but look at the donuts. Let's take a look. It's a ginormous donuts.
And even the regular ones are like size of your whole hand.
Bacon maple bar.
Son of a biscuit eater.
That's right. The Oh Captain Crunch My Captain bar.
Oh.
My goodness. Oh, here's one. Maple Blazer Blunt.
It's got THC in it?
Probably.
Have you ever had a bacon milkshake from Five Guys?
I have not.
I thought it was going to taste horrible, and it actually was pretty good. So I'll bet you money that bacon maple bar is pretty good too.
I've had the bacon maple bar.
Is it good?
Yeah, it is. It is. So they've got a Voodoo Donuts in where is it? It's in California somewhere. It's small.
Churro cheesecake. Sign me up.
Yeah, they got all kinds of stuff. And they have one in Tempe, and but the one in California, people line up at like midnight to get donuts, and they don't open till like 2. So that's part of what Portland gives you, along with all the other weird stuff. They give you weird, kids. They give you weird. Welcome to liberal lunacy. And you know what's weird about Portland is normally it's the ocean, I think, that does stuff to people. It is, because Florida, you got crazy in Florida, right?
Yes.
But up and down on the West Coast, even in bad weather areas, they still are lunatics.
Did you see the very last donut listed on their site?
Yes, I did. Let's just say it's twigs and berries.
Yes.
And it looks like the twigs and berries, if you know what I mean.
Goodness.
Yeah, it is it's interesting. Any news yet? Have they voted yet over there in Israel?
Nope.
Not yet. So at some point in time, they are supposed to vote. While everybody talks about phase 1, phase 2, all this stuff that's happening with Israel, still has yet to vote on it. They've been meeting. They haven't gone to even take it to essentially their floor. The cabinet is battling it out. And I just could not see them telling Trump no. I don't think they would do that, but you never know. You never know. Trump.
We secured the release of all of the remaining hostages, and they should be released on Monday or Tuesday. Getting them is a complicated process. I'd rather not tell you what they have to do to get them. There are places you don't want to be, but we are getting the hostages back on Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, there are, was it 48 hostages? 20 they believe are alive.
Yeah, the 20 living hostages.
Yeah, and then the remains of the hostages, the ones who, they have yet to have closure and to bury them. It's very important, and that hasn't happened yet. So hopefully this will get done, and then they'll going to have what was I think one of the things they wanted is not to parade them anymore. What were you going to parade them? But there's nothing left to parade. So there's nothing left in Gaza. So that's not going to happen. And I don't know. There are a couple people that they're asking for that had nothing to do with October 7th, but at the same time, they've been very, one of the guys that they have over there would many people see as being would be potentially the leader of Palestine and the Palestinian people. So, and they would like him out. I don't know if that's going to happen. So this will be, like I said, do they have the cojones enough to tell Trump no? Because if it was up to a few of the people in the cabinet, in the Likud party, Smotrich and Ben-Gvir, they would probably tell Trump no. But I don't know if Bibi is going to do that. I was here's something, though, think about, right? Because, there's always the rumor that they kill all these people. It's Israel. There's a lot of rumors about Israel. Some of them probably a little bit more real than others. You think Trump told Bibi, hey, if anything happens to me, I've got like 40 letters out there that are going to go to the media that say you guys did it. And that do you know what I mean? Like, that's the guy, like, how everybody says, what was it the other day I saw Theo Vaughn said, because he was talking about depression, and he said, by the way, I'm not suicidal, Israel.
Well, it's like what you do when you try to put one over on the mafia, and I got, safety deposit boxes with lots of information in it.
Lots of information.
And if I die, that information goes to the cops. Just
to let you know that. And I said, there'll be some other stuff in there as well. So that would be is it possible that they could tell him no? I would find it hard to think that they would do that because this is not just about the relationship between America and Israel. There are a lot of other nations throughout the Middle East that Israel has not so much a diplomatic relationship with, but they have a business relationship, and it's kind of you do you and we'll do us, we'll trade, and let's just get on with it. And that would be tough. Egypt being one of them. Jordan, Qatar, this could be a situation where you're not just telling us and you're signaling you're not serious. And, what do we do? I think Trump would say, yeah, okay, you guys are on your own. You guys are on your, because he wants it to stop.
You remember October 7th was terrible, but also from the Hamas standpoint, they probably lost 70,000 people. That's big retribution. But at some point, that whole thing has to stop.
Has to. It's just part of being a great friend is being able to tell your friend the truth. And Bibi, no matter how many times, people always talk about Israel, here, and they say, you burned the bagels. No, here's the thing. I love Israel. I support Israel, but I also love human beings. And I realize Israel's been wrong and have overdone it, and they've hurt themselves. They've done damage that is generational when it comes to what's happened over the last several months. Generational kind of stuff where a younger generation, whether it's MAGA or the rest of the world, they don't want any part of this. They don't see Israel that has the support from a lot of you out there. You're probably boomers. That's the only real strong support they have, Republican boomers. And the generation that they've lost, you're not going to replace that overnight. You've got to rebuild it. And it was going to get worse. Somebody said earlier, there's no way that Palestine is more supported than Israel. Yeah, there's several studies out there, polls that are showing, that sympathy is there for Palestine, and that on the other side of it, Americans, we don't want to give anymore. We don't want to be a party of what's going on. And Trump saw that and said, yeah, we can't do this. We cannot do this. We're done. Let's fix it. Let's get it done. And hopefully we'll have an answer sooner rather than later. By the way, speaking of that, give him his Nobel Peace Prize.
So I would say give it to him so we could stop talking about it, because it is so obnoxious that he thinks he should get it. I mean, we could go through all of the number of reasons why he shouldn't get it. He's going to invade Greenland. the rights he wants to take away from press, pulling out the World Health.
Been talking about invading Greenland. I mean, listen, I feel like
Donald Trump said he was going to invade Greenland.
The villain origin story of this is when Obama won the Nobel Prize, and the perception on the right was he did not deserve it.
What he is doing to this country, what he is doing to pulling out of the World Health Organization, how he treats journalists and doesn't want free speech for folks. There's a lot of reasons why he shouldn't get it. But all of your reasons have nothing to do with what the prize is given for. It's like somebody goes into the Hall of Fame, but we're not going to put them in the Hall of Fame for their actions on the field because of their personal life.
Yeah. How could you not? If again, there's a lot of phases here. If he was able to do this, how could you not?
And if they give him the Nobel Peace Prize, he is not going to stop talking about it. She is completely wrong.
Yeah. Oh, there's no way. He would never stop talking. He would carry it around with him like it's the Heisman. I love you see, I was reading an article or just a report a little while ago. There's a scientist that's got the Nobel Peace Prize and nobody knows how to find him. They don't have a number for him.
Oh, no way to deliver it?
No, they don't even.
Plus, you get $1 million when you win.
Yeah, I think so. Have you seen the lady that got the one for, it's an older one, and they show up at her house, and they're like, hey, congratulations, she got it. She's like, blankety blank. She goes, I got so many of these damn things. I'm like, that lady.
It's another $1 million.
She don't care. She doesn't care. I was watching one the other day where they go over to the guy's house. They're neighbors. Their neighbors got a hold of him, and he's got a ring. He's like, who is it? It's like, hey, Jim, it's us. Oh, hey, what's up? Hey, nobody can get a hold of you. You won the Nobel Peace Prize. He goes, oh, that's nice. And that was kind of like the conversation. Nerds. Trump would not be that way.
You want to come in for some pizza rolls?
Trump would be the exact opposite of that.
He would bring it up every opportunity he could.
He'd have a card made. It's a Nobel Peace Prize winner. Yeah, it says for chemistry. I don't think that was it. I think you actually did peace.
I'm working on the economy, and I can get this solved. I won the Nobel Peace Prize, which has nothing to do with anything. I just needed to tell you again.
It's like people who drop where they went to college. I'm feeling pretty good. I went to Brown. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. I went to Brown. I didn't. Coming up, we're going to wrap it up. We got Matt coming in. I wonder what he's going to talk about today. Who knows? Yesterday, he started talking about vaccines and shots. Who knows what he's going to talk about today? So we'll have him straight ahead as we wrap up the show on this Thursday. This is Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. I saw Matt. I don't know where he's at. Supposed to be here. Decided not to, I guess. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Somebody was talking about Trump asked him if they could do the Nobel Peace Prize in like a wrestling belt.
Oh, he could always do the aftermarket.
Oh God, yeah, totally. Oh, he would. And you know what? If he gets this done, he deserves it. There's a lot of steps. I don't think all 20 steps will get done. I don't think that's because there's a lot of steps, but. I mean, if you can get this point to where there's some peace, uneasy or not, that has a real chance of growing, then damn Skippy. It took somebody to sledgehammer it. It did, and Trump did, and he sledgehammered the hell out of it. He told Bibi as much. I know people saying there's a Voodoo Donuts in B&A.
Yeah, airport.
But there's a Voodoo Donuts in a lot of places, but there's one Voodoo Donuts where it's like you go in and it's a museum and it's cool. And you get to see the weird people because there's a lot of weird in Portland. There's a lot of weird. Just putting that out there. There's a ton of weird in Portland. Although we get some weird here too. There's a guy that I see every day. And I'm not going to lie, he gives me the creeps.
Where?
When I walk home, but he's always across the street, and he has a 1,000-foot stare. And he's always asking me get me a Monster. Or he just comes out and he goes, get me I need a place to stay. Give me a place to stay. I'm like, what? So how about a Monster? And he has a 1,000-foot stare, dude. Like it's uncomfortable. And yesterday when I was walking home, he walked by me and he had shaved his head. So he looks just and he looks like he's ready to snap.
You should have just reached in your pocket and handed him, some meth.
I think I'm going to let him deal with that. I think he probably knows where to go better than I do. Not quite sure, Oh, look who's showing up now, huh? Oh, looky. Well, look who's here.
There's Brother Murphy.
Look who's here. Looky.
What time is it? Did y'all do it early or something?
No, we just know that
Sorry.
You don't care about it.
I missed you.
I like your outfit, though. Looking very much like you're about ready to get on a boat.
This is my Mr. Rogers look. Demented Mr. Rogers. What do you think?
There is a Sora demented Mr. Rogers right now, so I just want to let you guys know. If you see Mr. Rogers sitting next to Eazy-E, I want to let you know that is AI. And if you see him throwing fat stacks around, also AI.
Also, Bob Ross have you
Bob
talked about
Ross.
that one too?
Yeah,
Bob Ross walking with who's he with? Anna Nicole Smith.
Yeah. Have you seen the one where he paints Hitler?
I've seen the one where he paints with his head.
Oh.
I've not seen the one where he paints Hitler, but I've seen the one where he dips his head in green paint and paints with his head. Not real.
No.
I did see a video, though, and I think I talked about this yesterday on the show, that, and I agree with it completely, that we're reaching a point, we are very close to a point where this AI stuff is going to be good enough where, it used to be, hey, I'm not going to believe you till I see that for myself.
Yeah.
Well, now that's out the window.
That's way out the window.
And so we are about to have a trust crisis psychologically and collectively like we've never experienced in humanity.
Especially because now that we're so fragmented with where we get our news and we're looking for affirmation, not information. I was telling them the head of the National Guard in Oregon, he did a testimony, but it was several weeks ago or months ago, and they had used AI to use his voice to change it where it made it seem like he was going to take Oregon's National Guard and protect the protesters. And there were thousands of likes and people were reporting on it and they were talking, and it wasn't real. It wasn't real. The other one was, I was telling them, this guy, somebody's doing one with little dolphins for sale. They're like that big, like 6 inches long, or tiny giraffes.
Oh.
And people are like, how much?
I want one.
Where do I Venmo?
Can I get one of those?
You idiots.
Hey, I have no idea the context of any of this, so I'm not here. I'm not correcting anything, but I was asked to say this. Congressional staffers are not getting paid.
Oh, they're not getting paid.
They are not getting paid.
Because we were asking
and
about
that. Tim Burchett specifically declined his pay. Members of Congress have to be paid, but if they opt out, they cannot get paid.
That's good.
That sounds like Tim Burchett.
And so there you go. So
good
I don't
for
know.
you, Tim. Well done.
Well done,
sir. Coming up next, the one, the only Matt, looking slick like he's going into Mr. Rogers' boat drinks. Straight ahead. It's Friday Eve.
Evil.